Hey everybody, happy Thursday, October 10th, 2024, 7:42 p.m. here in New Jersey. Hope all is well. Hope everybody that was in the wrath of our last couple of hurricanes, I hope you're all faring well and your friends and family are doing okay. It was a crazy, crazy couple of weeks. Yeah. I remember being down in Miami, 1992, August 16th, being down there during Hurricane Andrew. So I totally get what it's like to be through a hurricane. Our campus fared fairly well, so we were lucky, but the surrounding areas around the University of Miami, Dade County, yeah, some areas not so good. So I get it, and I hope everybody is doing well. I'm popping on here tonight. I'm going to do some sketching. I'm going to sketch a barn tonight. I have an upcoming workshop about sketching barns. It's going to be virtual via Zoom, October 26th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. If you're interested, check out the link that's right here, right there on the screen, the bottom left. I'll put one in the chat as well. All right, cool. Let's get started. Let's do some sketching. Let me turn off this image. There we go. All right. So I am sketching with, I'm going to keep it really simple right now. I'm using a Sharpie and I have a watercolor sketchbook here. This is a 140-pound cold press. It has a little bit of texture to it. And if you watched, guess it was last week, late last week, earlier this week. Here's a barn I recently did. Same paper. This was Sharpie, some inks, watercolor pencil, and watercolor paint. Came out pretty cool. I think I'm gonna sketch this one. Let's do a vertical format. Usually when I sketch architecture, I like to sketch, or buildings, I like to sketch the roof kind of first. I find it easy to sketch where the roof line's kind of hitting the skyline. It just has a nice outline that it's kind of just a good place to start these types of sketches. And what I love about sketching wonky style is there's no precision, nothing's technical. Wonky, angled, funky lines are the norm. It just, for me, it allows a lot of freedom when I know I can just be really fun and loose and not sketch for precision. So maybe we have like an overhang kind of roof happening there. This will be kind of our barn door area up here. Let's see, I'm going to draw just a line of where the landscape is. So maybe the ground does something like this. All right, cool. I think I have a nice basic outline on here. Um, let's deciding. Let's throw down some color on this. It's a good outline to start with. We'll zoom in a little bit closer. There you go. I think that's better. Let's add some color, and let's just start with some watercolor paint here. So I'm just going to dig into my paints. I have some Winsor Newton Cotman watercolors in here. And I think there's a couple of Cheap Joe colors. I think the red is from Cheap Joe's, and that might be it actually. Oh, and I think maybe the turquoise color. I'm going to start with the roof. All right, so that's enough color. Just want to throw down something quick on there. It'll dry. Just like this one I worked on. This was just layers over a couple of days, maybe a total of let me see, hour and a half to 2 hours was spent on this total time. So this is just the beginning steps and of a similar type of mixed media sketch. All right, I think that might be enough for today, just to throw down a quick layer of Sharpie to outline things, throw down some colors, some ink and watercolor. It's at a good point where I want it to dry. You may have noticed the last thing I did is I threw down this green here, and I just kind of blew on it to just get some, I like to call them growies. It's either weeds or maybe grasses growing up. I typically will do that near the building, near the foundation, the base of the building. You could also take a fine brush or a toothpick or something else if you wanted to make more marks, or the end. You can take the end of our brush here and we can do the same thing, just kind of go up. And you can add more growies as well. I just think when you blow on it, I like the randomness that happens. But that's another way you can do it, is just take the end of your paintbrush and just pull up some of that wet paint. Pretty cool. That's a fun technique. I like the colors. I'm going to zoom in and show you how some of this is drying. Let's zoom in on the roof here. Let me get out a frame. This one's handy. Let's get a smaller one. I just want to kind of just focus on a section of the roof. Dang, I don't know where my 1 inch square, 2 inch square frame is. That's okay. But if you just look up top here in this area, I like how that's drying. I think it looks really cool. And then I threw down some orange. I think it's called Sunset was the color of the ink. I just love the vibrant, the brightness of that. It's going to look really, really cool when it dries. And I'll come back and I'll probably throw some red on top of it. And the red will most likely be, maybe I'll just bleed some of the Pilot Precise, or I like using this color. I've been liking these watercolor pencils. And there's a fired brick color that I think I might use on top of that, which could look cool. And I'll come back, I'll also throw in some patina on here, maybe some rusty hinge. So we'll add some layers of watercolor pencil on top. I think one of the keys to these types of sketches is layers, just adding layers on top of it. And you can see here, here's that red watercolor pencil. I just kind of had it very dry and let it pick up the texture of the paper, which I think is really cool. It adds that kind of playful, whimsical kind of feeling that adds to this sketch. Actually, it would be fun, now that I'm thinking about it, it would be fun to throw down some funky colors on this St. Patrick's Cathedral sketch, but we'll save that for another time. All right, guys, I'm going to let this dry. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason with the Inkspired Life. If you're interested in sketching wonky types of barns like these, check out the link here on the bottom, www.theinspiredlife.com/sketching-wonky-barns. October 26th, there will be a virtual Zoom workshop for 2 hours where we'll, you guys can get a closer inside glimpse and peek into what goes on in this powerful, powerful tool that we all have right up here. Our minds, our imagination, our creativity. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you real soon. Peace and live creatively. Be well.